You're listening to the AI Podcast Experience, where artificial intelligence drives deep, curious, and thought-provoking conversations.
So today, forget the usual sci-fi stuff for a bit.
Right.
We're really focusing on, the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Artificial intelligence tools,
Yeah.
how they're already part of our daily lives, and maybe more importantly, how they can seriously boost your productivity.
Exactly. We've looked at quite a bit of material for this, some really interesting sources.
Yeah. What do we got?
Well, first, there's Christian Ole Ruby's piece, 12 AI Werkzeuge. It gives a really practical look at specific tools, hands-on.
Okay.
Then Download.dk has 7 AI Werkzeuge, which is another curated list, really geared towards, everyday efficiency.
Right, more practical tools.
Yeah.
And we're also looking at how to actually use these things effectively.
We are. There's the ChatGPT Cursus source from Cursus Fabriken, which gets into optimizing your work with these assistants.
Good, because just having the tool isn't enough.
Not at all. And Guru's article, Havad er de Bedst AI Apps are 2025, gives a nice overview of different apps on different platforms, kind of categorizes things.
Helpful. And we're touching on safety, too, I see. Sikerdigital.dk.
Yeah, briefly. Important not to forget that side of things. Guide, Sikerog Tragbrug, keeping safety in mind.
Definitely. And then some broader context pieces.
Just a bit, yeah. From ScriptSikkert and Azerdijkstips.dk, just to sort of frame how AI fits into the bigger picture of daily life now.
Got it. So for everyone listening, for the learner, the goal here is, well, it's clarity, right?
Exactly. A clear, practical understanding. Which AI tools, what do they actually do, and how can you, slot them into your routine?
Without needing a PhD in computer science.
Please, no. We want to save time, boost creativity, make things more efficient, find those aha moments.
Love it. Okay, let's dive in. Where should we start? Text generation seems like a big one.
It really is, and ChatGPT comes up everywhere, doesn't it?
Because Ruby and Download.dk both flag it as, well, revolutionary.
Yeah, Ruby talks about its versatility, like brainstorming, writing help, even coding or customer support tasks.
He mentioned specific things, right? Like blog posts, product descriptions.
Emails, social media updates, yeah, all that kind of stuff. What really stands out, I think,
What's that?
is how it can just take the pressure off, Blank page syndrome.
Oh, totally. Staring at the cursor, blinking.
Right. Give ChatGPT a few prompts, get a draft going. Ruby mentions it helps overcome that block.
Makes sense. And Download.dk adds to that.
They do. They talk about generating creative texts, but also summarizing documents, which is useful, and assisting with technical stuff like programming or data analysis.
So it's not just like writing marketing copy.
No, it's broader. It jumpstarts the process, frees you up to refine things.
That idea of automating workflows comes up too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Download.dk mentions writing macros, scripts, acting like a virtual assistant.
Yeah, handling those repetitive text tasks. And the Cursus Fabriken source digs into getting good results.
Ah, the quality aspect.
Exactly. They stress using really precise prompts, NIV-SCARP prompts, sharp prompts.
So learning how to ask is key.
Totally. And even training it with your own data. That helps avoid, wrong information or stuff that needs heavy editing later. It's a skill.
Right. It's not just magic. You have to interact with it properly. Guru also talks about ChatGPT.
Uh-huh. They call it a top chatbot for answering questions, analyzing big data sets.
And the newer version, GPT-4, can handle images and voice.
Yeah, that's a big step. Makes it more multimodal, not just text.
How does that change things, do you think?
Well, it becomes less of just a writing tool and more of a general problem solver.
Yeah.
Analyzing data, understanding images. H4DEXTips.dk also mentions website chatbots, generating human-like responses. It's getting versatile.
Okay, moving beyond ChatGPT for a second. Grammarly. Download.dk brings that up.
Yes, the writing assistant.
For grammar, spelling, sure, but also word choice. Tone adjustment.
Yeah, it's like having an editor looking over your shoulder, but, instantly.
Helping you sound more professional, or maybe more casual, depending.
Exactly. It analyzes for clarity, helps you be more precise, and the paid version has plagiarism checks, synonym suggestions, and it really polishes your writing.
Useful. Now for content marketing, SEO. Ruby mentions Jasper AI.
Right. Positioned as a tool to help write faster, yes, but also smarter for search engines.
Optimizing for Google. That's crucial for businesses.
Definitely. It helps generate SEO-friendly blog posts, landing pages, ad copy, emails.
And adjusting the tone again.
Yeah, matching your brand voice. So AI isn't just writing for us, it's helping us write effectively for specific goals.
Okay, so that's text covered pretty well. What about visuals? Images, design?
Another area where AI is making waves, Rubai seems really impressed with Midjourney.
The image generator, right? Used via Discord.
That's the one. He talks about getting high-quality images just from text prompts, like professional visuals without needing a designer.
That sounds really disruptive.
It can be. Quick, cheap visual branding, unlimited creative freedom, basically, for blog images, presentations, social media stuff.
Others mention Midjourney too.
Yes, sickerdigital.dk lists it as generative AI. And h4dykestips.dk has an interesting take mentioning it for image creation, yes, but also potentially for data analysis insights.
Huh. Using images for data analysis. Intriguing. What about Canva? Rubai mentions their Dream Lab.
Right, making design easier, AI design suggestions, automatic background removal.
So, again, democratizing it. Like ChatGPT for writing, this is for design.
Good analogy. You don't need graphic design skills to make decent ads, posts, presentations. h4dykestips.dk agrees, saying Canva AI makes the design process more personal, efficient, user-friendly.
Empowering non-designers, I like that. And DALL-E. Another image one.
Yeah, from OpenAI, like ChatGPT. Download.dk mentions it for generating images from text descriptions, illustrations, posters, graphics.
Good for unique marketing visuals. Sickerdigital.dk also lists DLE, I see.
There's definitely a pattern here, lowering the barrier for visual creation. Rubai also points to Animaker.
Animation. That sounds complicated.
Apparently not with this. AI-based platform, drag and drop, AI characters. No technical animation skills needed for marketing videos, explainers, educational stuff.
Wow. Okay, and Guru had some specific photo editing apps.
They did. FaceApp for, fun edits, filters, effects, adding beards, changing hair color, retouching selfies, quick enhancements.
Kind of thing you see on social media a lot.
Exactly. And then Lensa AI, also for photo editing. Filters, effects, but also background removal, blurring lens effects, and those AI avatars that were popular for a while.
Ah, right, I remember those.
And for pure art generation, Guru mentions Starry AI.
Free
AI image generator. Text prompts, again, creates unique AI art in different styles, so tons of options for visuals.
Definitely. Okay, creative tools covered. Let's switch gears. Research, analysis, organization. How's AI helping there?
This is a huge area for productivity gains, especially if you deal with a lot of information. Rubai talks about Gemini.
Google's AI tool.
Right. He highlights its ability to give quick, precise answers to complex questions. Good for research, summarizing tricky topics.
I'm making Google searches better, basically.
Kind of, yeah. Leading to maybe better decisions in strategy, marketing. Think about how much time you spend sifting through search results now.
Too much. So getting a direct answer or summary would be amazing. What about Notion AI? Both Ruby and Download.dk mention that one.
Yeah, Notion AI is about productivity within your workflow. Summarizing notes, documents.
To-do lists, mind maps, automatically.
Helping with brainstorming, too. And Download.dk notes its integration with other tools. That's important.
Making it like a central hub.
Exactly. Yeah. Streamlining everything from capture to action with AI helping along the way.
Yeah.
And then there's Guru's own tool, just called Guru.
Okay. What does that do?
It's knowledge management for companies. Enterprise AI search. Centralizes info, gives instant answers inside your workflow.
So finding company info faster.
Right. And they have Guru GPT, a private ChatGPT instance trained on your company's data.
Oh, wow. So it knows your internal stuff.
Precisely. For creating accurate, context-specific content or answering internal questions, that could be huge for team productivity, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Cutting down on searching internal wikis or asking colleagues the same questions over and over. Okay, interesting. What about video and audio editing? That's usually pretty time-consuming.
It is, but AI is changing that too. Rubai introduces Runway ML.
What's the focus there?
AI-driven video editing, simplifying the process. AI does the cutting, color correction, motion tracking, special effects, background removal, without needing expert skills.
Again, lowering the barrier, making complex software easier.
Exactly. Speeding up post-production. Rubai also mentions 11 Labs.
4 voices.
Yeah, generating hyper-realistic AI voices. Different languages, accents, natural intonation. Think voiceovers, localized ads.
That's powerful. And turning text into video. Pictory.
Right. Automatically creates videos from blog posts or articles, pulls relevant images, clips. Great for YouTube, social media, no camera needed.
Efficient content repurposing. And Descript. Download.dk highlights that one. Sounds revolutionary.
It kind of is. The big thing is editing audio or video just by editing the text transcript.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Cut a word from the text, it cuts it from the audio video. Plus, AI voice cloning, generating speech from text, removing filler words automatically.
Like ums and souks.
Yep. And screen recording. Podcasters seem to love it.
I can see why. Okay, meetings, the bane of many existences. How can AI help?
Oh, definitely potential here. Rurby mentions fireflies.ai.
What does it do?
Automatic meeting recording and transcription, but also summarizes the conversation, highlights decisions.
So you don't lose track of action items.
Exactly. Integrates with Zoom, Meet, Teams, searchable transcripts, no more frantic note-taking.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Download.dk talks about otter.ai. Similar.
Similar, yeah. Real-time transcription for meetings, interviews, also integrates with the main platforms, distinguishes speakers, gives summaries, lets you edit and export, like a dedicated note-taker.
A perfect memory note taker.
Pretty much. And Guru brings up Read AI.
Making meetings more effective.
It generates summaries, transcripts, replays, highlights, but also tries to identify engagement moments.
Like when people were paying attention. Or contributing most.
Something like that, yeah. Understanding the dynamics could be really valuable for improving collaboration, maybe making meetings shorter or more focused.
Interesting angle. Okay, what about building websites or making presentations? Usually takes effort.
AI is tackling that too. Rurby introduces Durable AI, claims it can build a functional website in under a minute.
Seriously, under a minute.
Based on a few inputs automatically, no coding needed, good for landing pages, testing ideas quickly.
Wow. Okay. And for presentations? Tome.
Yeah, download.dk presents Tome, AI-powered presentations. It suggests slides, text, images, layouts based on your topic.
Automating the slide creation.
That's the idea, streamlining it using AI content. Supports interactive stuff like videos, too. Useful for pitch decks, reports.
Amazing how these tools simplify things. Lets you focus on the actual message. Okay, what if people want to learn more about AI itself?
Good question. Understanding the basics is helpful. We found Elements of AI,
Thanks, that.
a free online course from Minalearn and Helsinki University designed to demystify AI for non-experts.
So accessible.
Yeah, covers fundamental concepts, practical exercises. Apparently over 1 million students have taken it. Seems like a solid resource.
Good to know. And Guru mentions Socratic.
Right. A free learning app for students, high school, university level, powered by Google AI.
What does it help with?
Explanations, resources for science, math, social studies, uses text and speech recognition, like a study buddy in your pocket.
Very cool. Okay, before we wrap up, let's touch on that broader perspective.
Yeah.
How is AI just fitting into everyday life now?
Stips.dk gives a nice overview. It's often behind the scenes, isn't it?
Like personal assistants on our phones.
Exactly. Or streaming service recommendations, home automation, GPS navigation telling you the fastest route.
Online shopping suggestions.
Yeah, all that stuff. It's becoming more integrated. And they emphasize it's getting more accessible, too, through user-friendly apps for photo editing, personal finance.
So it's not just for big companies or tech wizards.
Not anymore. And they make the point that understanding AI is increasingly useful, in this tech world.
Yeah.
Could even lead to new jobs. It's becoming part of the landscape.
A practical reality, not just science fiction.
Precisely.
Okay, let's try and pull this all together then. That was a lot of tools.
It was. We covered quite a spectrum, didn't we? From AI tools that help you write better and faster, create stunning visuals, to tools that help with research, keep you organized, even edit video or transcribe meetings automatically.
The main themes seem to be automation of tedious tasks.
Definitely. Saving time there, but also creative assistance, right? Overcoming blocks, generating ideas.
Yeah, and providing insights, maybe helping make smarter decisions.
Exactly. Lots of potential impact on daily life and work.
So thinking about all these tools, the sheer number, how quickly they're evolving, it leads to a final thought, maybe a challenge for our listeners.
Okay, what's the challenge?
How will you intentionally try out just 1 or 2 of these tools this week? See what impact they actually have on your routine.
Move from just hearing about them to actually experiencing them.
Right. What new possibilities, what efficiencies might they unlock for you? Something to think about.
A good challenge. See what clicks.
Exactly. See what clicks. That's something to ponder until our next deep dive.
Thanks for listening to the AI Podcast Experience. Hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend, and catch us every week with new AI-generated episodes available on Spotify and YouTube.